Alright, so today my golf game is going to be maybe better.
Really good,
we'll
really
see.
good. Oh, that's funny. It's nice out today. I mean, it's,
And go hit some golf balls and...
I'm going to
See how
sit
it
here
goes.
and pick my nose. Just kidding.
Alright.
Hey, everyone. This is Jeff Ruprecht.
And Phil Davidson.
This is the 8-Bit Podcast put on by Creative Arcade, graphic design marketing studio based in Duluth, Minnesota. This is episode 2 of the podcast. Last time, what did we talk about? I don't remember.
Well, we talked about the origins of our name, Creative Arcade, and why we went that direction. We talked about Instagram and their new identity and brand.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember that now.
Yeah, I think, last time we were a little bit long, but that's okay for an origin story, right? Now,
Yeah.
I think we'll be probably a little quicker on some of
Yeah.
our
We had
podcast.
to be fair to the story.
Yeah,
we couldn't
right.
we couldn't cut that thing down. That's a riveting story. So
It's like all the comic book movies, those origin stories.
yeah,
You gotta do it
You can't
justice,
just,
right?
Yeah, you can't just fast forward. You can't DVR and go through the commercials on that.
Right.
So, anyways, I was flipping through Facebook today, and I came across an article by Fast Company. The magazine Fast. They talk about design and culture and whatever, and how it all kind of works together. But anyways, I found this one. It was kind of interesting. It was an article about branding and the future of it, and the blog article was written. Hold on, I'm going to find it here. I want to make sure I give her. So it's Fast Company's Jasmine de Brucker, Bruycker, I think. Anyway, she had a good article. It was just talking about. In her mind, the future of branding is debranding, and she just talked a lot about a lot of things. But I mean, I'm just going to read the last part and let you kind of.
So the audience may be hearing about this for the first time, but we should let them in on the secret that I'm hearing about this for the first time.
Right. This is something we might do from time to time, where maybe I'm going to throw something or vice versa, and the other one might not know anything about it. So
you can get my true reaction.
But so this is just the way she ends the article. So she says, instead of throwing money at yet another branded content campaign, go back to the original notion of a brand. Fine-tune your product's quality, design, and its durability. Become a producer of shoes again instead of surrogate spirituality. It will make your life and consumers' lives simpler. Don't throw a new product on the market if it's not intrinsically better and more durable than what already exists. We don't need more branding. We need fewer, better quality products. People will find you.
Have you ever thought of a career in audiobook reading?
Me?
Yeah, that was amazing.
With my Stearns County accent?
That was amazing.
With my
You
mush
had
mouth?
hit me at the end of my chair here, and I'm standing.
So anyways, so I read you that because I wasn't gonna go through the whole article, but I mean, what she basically is getting at there, what she talked about earlier in the piece was just that there's obviously when you layer in things like digital work, which we are, we love, we do tons of digital, we do tons of traditional media, but I think early in the article she talked about with so many brands out there and so many different ways of market things, that I think what she's saying is that by debranding, it's not so much that you're not going to be still continuing to brand or to market your brand. It's just that maybe if you just have better products and services instead of just throwing out something and getting on a kind of a trend or whatever, it's to always have, go back to the basics, make your things better, make your service line better, and then tell those stories instead of just, and I think she's right, because I think at times, don't you think that there's just a lot of stuff out there for the sake of having stuff and stories for the sake of having stories without really truly being genuine?
Yeah, this is great. I love it. I think all companies should work on their product or their service first, and then worry about marketing and advertising it. There's nothing worse than being excited about a product or something because of the advertising or commercial or whatever you see, and you go out and buy it, and it's it's not what you expected. So I think it's great. I think it's great in the fact that people, word of mouth, especially with social media and stuff, is going to be incredible. I mean, how many times are you on Facebook or Instagram or something and people are talking up a product and you get 100 comments from other people asking about it.
Right.
Yeah, good. I like it.
Yeah. It was interesting. Like I said, there's much more of the article, and if you're interested, you should go to Fast Company, and check it out. But it was, in kind of retrospect, I guess it wasn't really even surprising to hear that, but it was something that we have to remind ourselves at times that instead of just trying to throw, like she said, quit throwing so much stuff and trying to take another angle at producing the same thing. I mean, if it's, people respond to really great things, and she's right with the nature of the way things are communicated nowadays. People will find you in a vast amount of ways. Make your stuff better, tell better stories. And I think it definitely projects you further. So.
From our point of view, if you have a great product to start with or a great service, our jobs are so easy and fun. Now we can concentrate on highlighting those great products and services and have fun doing it instead of trying to cover it up with a Band-Aid. I don't think we take on very many clients, if I don't really think any clients, that we don't believe in their product or service. So, yeah, I think this is great.
Well, and she I'm not going to be dead horse here either, but she did talk about earlier in the article about just the fact with the internet that I think people nowadays, because the internet is now becoming more second nature. Mm-hmm. That's the better terminology there. Is that I think people it's a given that things are interconnected. From actual physical product, that there is a Facebook page, there is a there's these things out there that if they see something and whether or not they actually engage with that in the moment, when they're doing whatever, if it's something that interests them, they will find it because they believe it's out there. And more times than not, it is, right? So that stuff's there. It's just, how do you then make that better? How do you make that story better, so that when people do engage with you, it's more impactful, mm-hmm. So by debranding, she's just saying, kind of boil things down and get to the heart of what your piece is, and don't just put things out there for the sake of putting it out there, or mm-hmm. Continuously make yourself better, your brand story better. So I don't know, kind of cool.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of an example that we could give for this, and I keep going back to local restaurants, mm-hmm. not necessarily local here, but local anywhere, that you hear about them word of mouth. You hear, and people are basically become brand ambassadors for those restaurants. Yeah. And now their job is easier when it comes to marketing and advertising. Now they can concentrate on, I don't know, maybe a new product, a new dish they have, or some kind of band that's coming in or something like that. They don't need to tell the whole story anymore, because everybody else is doing it for them because they love their product so much. Right. And whatever, if it's a restaurant, fresh ingredients, or whatever it is. I love this.
Yeah.
Thank you for reading.
Thank you for listening. So, anyways, what else are you working on? Anything fun? Anything going on?
Well, I'm working on stuff, but I think what's exciting me right now is what's going on right outside of our window here.
Do tell.
Yeah. Well, you could just look, but we'll tell the radio audience.
All right.
We, for those of you that don't know, we're in Duluth, Minnesota, which is on the western tip of Lake Superior, and every year we have Grandma's Marathon, which, no, it's not a bunch of grandmas and grandpas running, which definitely sounds like.
There's some, though.
There's some. But it is a pretty big marathon. I think it's a qualifier for a lot of the bigger marathons and everything too. But when it draws the amount of people that it draws to Duluth, Duluth likes to spruce the joint up a bit. So, mm-hmm.
Just
coming into town, there's all kinds of roads that are closed, and they're repairing them or repainting the lines and planting flowers, watering flowers, all of that. And I think we must be within a couple days here of my favorite time of year, is when they repaint the Grandma's Marathon finish line, which is right outside of our window. And one thing I've talked to Jeff about that I really want to do someday is I want to take pictures of all the people that are pretending to cross the marathon. So it's either they're doing a selfie of themselves running across, like a little pose, like they're crossing the finish line, or somebody else is taking the picture for them. And it cracks me up that they're in jeans and cowboy boots and
Yeah.
I love Duluth sweatshirts or something, and and there they are crossing the finish line. So I've taken pictures of people doing that from our perch up here above the finish line, and I think it'd be really fun to do a series of it. But
Yeah, blog post or something, that'd be kind of fun. Make it an annual thing.
what about photo releases? I'm not going to run down there and
We'll just blur them out. We
just blur their faces out.
have Photoshop.
It's a good idea. So anyway, Grandma's Marathon's coming. That's
Should
the
be
big
fun.
news. Yeah.
You around for it?
Yeah, I think we should be around for that.
Okay. You gonna run it?
No.
Oh,
my
me
wife
neither.
my wife is doing the half marathon though,
Oh.
so I'll be in our office drinking Bloody Marys, watching and cheering her on.
Can I come?
Yeah, well, I think we should make a party out of it. Make a
Okay.
second annual party.
Oh,
In fact,
nice.
the belly up bloody bar.
I'll belly up.
All right, I'll be here.
Cool. All right, well, we won't bore you anymore with our shtick. We're going to get going here. We got stuff to do, too. But anyways, hope you like it. We're going to continue to do this, like we said last time. Just more of a fun thing, kind of talk about some things that we find along the way, and hopefully it's useful for you. You can find us, of course, creativearcade.design online. You can also find us on all the social media channels out there. Just type in Creative Arcade. I'm sure you'll find us. And until next time.
Well, I think one thing we should add to that is
Yeah.
if you have any topics you'd like us to
Oh,
discuss, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, send them to Phil. Phil at creativearcade.design.
Oh, thanks.
All right, you can send me to Jeff at creativearcade.design too.
All right, have a good day.
All right,
Bye.
see ya. Bye.